two former NBA players are putting the WNBA right in the middle of one of the biggest debates in sports. That's right. We got Enes Kanter Freedom and Royce White have both announced they intend to declare for the WNBA 2027 draft. I said that right, the 2027 draft. But this isn't your typical comeback attempt, y'all. Their announcements are being made based off of protests over transgender eligibility policies in women's basketball. So they basically saying no Juwanna Manns should be able to play in the WNBA. Now Kanter Freedom made his announcement first, arguing that if gender self-identification were enough to determine eligibility, then he should be able to identify as a woman and attempt to enter the WNBA draft.
We don't do that.
Now, I hope y'all know by now they're trolling because they're basically taking a stance for WNBA players, saying that men playing in the league would have an advantage over the women. So then Royce White, he joins in. You know what I'm saying? Now, White, a former NBA first-round draft pick who also entered politics, announced that he himself intends to enroll in the 2027 WNBA draft as well. Now, even though he posted wearing a wig, y'all see OG Ron had something. This guy said he was in his feminine era. Of course, he was trolling the people. Now, you know, how y'all feel about that? Because I really don't feel like there should be any kind of Juwanna Man activities going on in the WNBA. It's definitely a disadvantage to the women. I don't care how you spin it, how you look at it. I don't even know why we're having this conversation because to tell y'all the truth, it's really just silly. Now, neither has one declared eligible to play in the league. What they've done is publicly announced their intentions to enter the draft as a way of challenging the league and forcing attention onto its eligibility rules. And the controversy comes while the WNBA is already dealing with questions surrounding transgender participation. Come on now, y'all know what's going on out here. How y'all feel about it? Put it in the comments. Tell me what y'all think, man. What's really going on out here? Do y'all think that this should be going on, or do y'all think that this is crazy? I just want to get into their announcement, letting the people know that they were joining the draft. Okay, check this out.
After careful consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion. Based on the current guidelines, I can and am officially declaring my eligibility for the upcoming WNBA draft in May 2027. I am definitely not here to mock, make fun of, or disrespect any community or personal choices. I am simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone. The rules that represent the very values many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for. My team and I are prepared to ensure these guidelines are applied equally, consistently, and without exception. And I look forward to the WNBA honoring its stated principles. See you at training camp.
Earlier this week, I made the announcement. I'm transgender. I'm a woman. I identify as sometimes identifying as a woman for purposes of basketball, professional basketball. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable. You know, but I'm a team first guy. You know, I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. You know, I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University. So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do. I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But you know, hey, that'd be
where I'm from. You don't do that.
That'd be probably too much like right. So, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a black. I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator. That would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman athlete.
Wow. Now, we do know that they were trolling and that they were pushing a message to get it out there. But, you know, neither has publicly declared eligible to play in the league. But this is crazy. Y'all put it in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. I respect them taking a stand, but you know, I think this is going to haunt them on the flip side to where, you know, I mean, you know.
And see where I'm from, you don't do that.
Anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. All right, so now the Commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, has addressed the issue and indicated that the league is working through a task force examining eligibility policy. Meanwhile, the Players Union has made it clear, crystal clear, the WNBAPA released a statement emphasizing justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion while saying players will not be used as political pawns. Wow. Shot back, didn't she? And not everybody in the basketball world is impressed with what Kanter and White are doing. So basically she's saying that they're straight cap and we're not going for it, blah, 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 blah. NBA veteran Robin Lopez publicly mocked their announcements, adding another voice to a debate that's getting bigger by the day. Now, the question becomes bigger than these two former NBA players. What exactly should the WNBA do about this? What should be the exact determination for eligibility for women's basketball? I'll make it simple. Your birth certificate. Like, come on, this doesn't make any sense. Like, why are we even talking about this? Like, why is this something that they should even be having to take a stand for? That's common sense, man. Like, it's common sense. You know, if you were born Gregory, we're not gonna call you Georgina now. Like, no, like, it doesn't work that way. Not in sports. Like, come on now, if you want to be, nobody is. You know, I got a little clip from Stephen A. because I really don't agree with him on much, but what he had to say here was spot on. This isn't about trying to tell people how they can't live. This is about an advantage in sports. Y'all peep this.
This is not a conversation about being anti-anything. This is a conversation about being pro-girls. Ladies and gentlemen, at some point in time, there has to be the return of common sense. This is not about preaching hate. Nobody is supporting that on this show. Nobody should be supporting that in our society. I am a live and let live kind of guy. Where you lose me when you're trying to compete against women, against girls, in women's sports, trying to act like there's no advantage when there's no way in hell that there's no advantage. This is not about being anti-anything. This is about being pro-girls, pro-females, pro-women, pro-ladies. That's what this is about. You can't be a male, born a male, transitioning to female, and think that you should have the right to compete with women. Not in basketball. Not in football, not in boxing, not in the UFC. Hell, not even in tennis.
Tell me how y'all feel about that now. Like I said, I don't agree with Stephen A. with much, but right there, I got to take my hat off to him. He's spot on. I mean, like, come on, you can live your life. You can do what you want to do, but, you know. Now, it's funny now that now that they pushing back against the ladies, now it's a problem. But, you know, on the flip side, sometimes it's like, on this battle right here, as a man, you can always lose, whether it's against a female, against that community and them. Like I said, I ain't got nothing against nobody, but we as men already know we can't win either one of them fights. But now that they fighting each other, it's interesting to see how this whole thing is gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting back watching the show like y'all, because it's about to get real interesting. It's a whole lot of sports about to kick back off, so we're gonna see what happens, man. Do y'all think it's right for, you know what I'm saying, transgenders to play in female sports? You know, does it make sense to you guys? I mean, you know, how would you feel walking in the locker room to this? You know, or what locker room is he or she supposed to go in? Like, those are serious questions of concern. But yeah, that's my time, y'all. Y'all let me know how y'all rocking with it, man. Do transgenders or any kind of man belong playing on the court with females in any kind of female sport? This just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's time to ease up, y'all. Like it's going too far. It's time to ease up. All right, man. Y'all just put it in the comments, man. Tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all know, of course, today is brought to you by Quick Mix Studios. Get your studio time, mixing, voiceovers, whatever. You name it, we got you covered. Holla at us. 16-pad killer at machinemafia.com. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Swift Dollars. Gone.